It's often assumed that our hunter-gatherer forebears lived short and brutish lives, and by implication that we can't really learn much about what it takes to build a healthy, long-lived body from studying how our ancestors lived their lives. Is this a correct assumption? It's certainly true that the average lifespan is higher in modern industrialized nations than what it was in ancient cultures. What's important to note, though, is that that's not because our ancient ancestors died early of obesity, heart disease, cancer, or other similar types of conditions. Rather, the primary reason why there's such a discrepancy with respect to the average lifespan is that our ancient ancestors lived in an environment that is very different, that differs markedly from the type of environment that we live in. So, among other things, they obviously didn't have access to modern medicine or healthcare. And perhaps most importantly, infant mortality rates were higher in the past than what they are today. This is particularly true when comparing infant mortality rates in ancient societies with infant mortality rates in modern industrialized nations such as the United States and Norway, where I live. So perhaps needless to say, if a lot of individuals in a population die at an early age, that will greatly contribute to lowering the average lifespan in that population. So instead of focusing so much on what the average lifespan is, perhaps it's more fruitful to focus more on what the most common age of death is. Quite recently, that's what some researchers have been doing. They've been looking into the most common age of death in hunter-gatherer societies. A fairly comprehensive analysis that was published some years back is particularly interesting in this regard. And the researchers who conducted that analysis, they looked at the modal age of death in many hunter-gatherer societies. As part of their concluding remarks, they made these statements. A fundamental conclusion to be drawn from this analysis is that extensive longevity appears to be a novel feature of Homo sapiens. Our results contradict Vallois' claim that among early humans, few individuals passed 40 years, and it is only quite exceptionally that any passed 50. And a more traditional Hobbesian view of a nasty, brutish, and short human lifespan. The data show that modal adult lifespan is about 65 to 75 years, and that it was not very uncommon for individuals to reach these ages, suggesting that inferences used based on paleodemographic reconstruction are unreliable. So, as I see it, the primary takeaway from this analysis is that hunter-gatherers generally live longer than most people think they do. So, it's certainly not correct to say that hunter-gatherers generally die at the age of 30.